Hello everyone, my name is Uniyal 2501413. When we talk about the Indian economy, we usually focus on GDP growth or fiscal deficits. But today, I want to talk about a silent thief. thief. In 2024 alone, India lost an estimated $100 billion in productivity due to heat-related work disruption. This brings us to an important concept called thermoeconomics, the study of how temperature affects economic productivity. One major reason behind this is the urban heat island effect, where cities become significantly hotter than nearby rural areas. Today, many Indian metros are around 1 to 5 degrees Celsius warmer, turning them into what we call heat traps. Now, talking about why this is an economic problem. The answer is like how our cities are built, materials like concrete are used, and these materials absorb heat during the day and release it slowly at night. As a result, cities do not cool down properly. In places like Delhi and Ahmedabad, nighttime temperatures have increased by more than 3 degrees over the last 2 decades. This creates a serious issue, especially for the informal workforce, which makes up nearly 80% of India's labor force. Workers such as construction laborers, delivery partners, and street vendors depend heavily on physical effort. When night remain hot, their bodies do not recover properly. This leads to what we call an productivity drain. In fact, studies shows that for every 1 degree rise, about 27 degrees Celsius, manufacturing output drops by about 2%. In outdoor sectors like construction, we are already losing close to 20% of total working hours due to extreme heat. Historically, cities like Pune and Bangalore, which were known for their pleasant climate, but now rapid urbanization has replaced their green spaces with concrete. And today we are facing the consequences of that shift. To address this challenge, India launched the India Cooling Action Plan, becoming one of the first countries to take a long-term approach to cooling. The goals for 2037-38 include reducing cooling demand by 20 to 25% and reducing refrigerant demand by 25 to 30%. Along with this, heat action plans are now being implemented across more than 500 districts, focusing on simple but effective measures like rest, shade, and hydration for workers. However, there are still major barriers. The biggest challenge is how we perceive heat. We often treat it as a temporary problem, like a disaster, rather than a permanent structural issue linked to urban planning. There is also something called thermal inequity, where the urban poor are exposed to extreme heat while wealthier populations manage through air conditioning. So, as we move toward Viksit Bharat 2047, we need to change our approach. Cooling is not a luxury, it is an economic necessity because, in the end, a nation that cannot keep its people cool cannot keep its productive economic productive. Thank you.